Hi, Gloria Lybecker here with Healing You. I'd like to share a story with you about an adolescent and a horse. It was about 7 years ago at my son's doctor appointment. Do you work with horses too? The doctor asked. I had my own horse once when I was 10. I got up early to go out and ride him all by myself. I was so excited. But when I got to the pasture, he was down and didn't move. He was already gone. Lucky wasn't very lucky. Rylan solemnly replied. That must have been hard for you, his doctor responded with care. Did you ever write again? Oh, yeah, I wrote Saphira, but it wasn't the same. Hearing their conversation, I felt stunned in the moment, and a tingling buzzed momentarily in my head. That was the first time I had heard of my son's experience with his horse. He'd never told me that he'd gone out earlier than I had that fall morning all those years ago. And I'd believed all that time that I was the one to have discovered Lucky had passed away. You really had a special bond with Lucky, Rylan, I acknowledged gently. He was so fortunate you rescued him when you did. I wonder if you might need to find the right horse again when you're ready. Maybe, he responded slowly and very thoughtfully. Intention, or energetic will, is the process by which we focus our energy by visualizing an end result before we begin. We can see the desired object as being accomplished before beginning to take action. The next day, I noticed a flow of synchronicity begin to unfold. Rylan initiated applying his essential oils with a smile and willingness. I had not observed that before. And when engaging in his lessons, he shifted from a slight resistance into warmth and humor. I felt my shoulders relax and soften, and I acknowledged just how much I enjoyed the sense of ease between us. And later that afternoon, I heard Rylan come in the back door and found him in the kitchen washing his hands. Hey, what's up? I asked. Well, he began as he turned to dry his hands. A pleased smile spread across his face. I folded the towels, I put away the dishes, and I brought in wood to stoke the fire. Wow. I exclaimed, you have been really busy this afternoon. Yes, he leaned forward slightly, capturing my full attention. And then I fed the chickens and the horses and then the cats. My eyebrows shot up in surprise as he continued. I remembered telling Dad I was nervous about feeding the horses, and he told me that he just uses a stern voice to get them to back up. And I remembered you saying that horses listen and understand when you talk to them. So after I fed the chickens, when I opened the horse's door, I just started talking to them. I said, you did? What was that like? He said, well, Saphira didn't pay any attention to me. And he shrugged. But Aragon, he was interested in what I had to say. Really? I said with surprise. How did you know he was interested? Well, he looked right at me. He nodded his head and listened to what I said. And then he gave me a big grin. I was astonished. I said, well, I've seen him nod like that to only one other client before. Are you willing to tell me what you said to him? Sure. I explained to him that I've been avoiding him because I used to have a horse of my own. And I was really excited to ride my own horse all by myself, too. It was a huge deal. But when I went out to ride Lucky early one morning, I found him down. I told Aragon it was really sad and I didn't want to spend time with horses anymore. But now I wanted him to know it's not his fault and I won't avoid him anymore. Before he continued, he paused just a moment. And he said he would eat, he'd look at me, and then nod his head. The whole time I was talking to him. Then I told him that I was nervous to put the hay in his feeder while he was standing there, and how Dad told me he uses a stern voice to get the horses to back up. And I'd rather not do that. So I asked him if he would be willing to back up. And he did. He turned around giving me room to use the pitchfork to put the hay in his trough. So I observed his smile in his bright eyes as he shared his experience with me. I felt my own eyes just widen in awe, and hope expanded and renewed my heart. Utterly amazed with wonder and amazement, I opened up my arms and I wrapped him in a huge embrace. And with moist eyes, I told him, "Oh my goodness, this is just so incredible. Healing happens so unexpectedly at times." When we honestly interact with horses, we are given an opportunity to glimpse life from a radically different perspective. Because a horse easily reflects back our inner state of mind. They return us to our own emotional truth. What we feel is what they see. The reason the horse is such a gifted teacher for us is because he doesn't need an inner voice. He doesn't think in words at all. He senses. He experiences the simple energy of an emotional state of being, infusing meaning into every gesture and glance, into every body movement, giving each one nuances of tone, inflection, and value. When healing hurt hearts with horses happens, the flow of synchronicity can feel both majestic and miraculous. That week truly was an unfolding which left me marveling with awe, wonder, and gratitude. If you'd like to book your own private session with the Healing Herd, reach out to me at healingyoursanctuary.com. And thanks for being on this journey with me here today, healing you.